why isn't it? Like why is the Twitter account with 35 million followers? Why aren't those 35 million people like standing up for more than nothing?
It's because, man, in my opinion, of course, it's because everything nowadays is microwave, man. It's, oh, that's a good thought. Please send me another one that I can say that's a good thought, but I forgot about that last thought.
Yeah, exactly. Like the little crypto comedians are a facade of like the deeper, more effort driven, like spiritual connection that people have developed and can offer. People would rather have the quick hits just because of their conditioning way that in the last 10 to 15 years has panned out with TV and computers and the internet. It's all like pretty intimidating stuff to have to deal with. But like that lengthy post that I sent you, you get to a point where you're at such a peaceful place of mind that you're almost immune to whatever's going on in the outside world. You're sort of just this like out of sight, out of mind. You may physically be subjected to the external world, but there's nothing that can force you to have to concern yourself with the same. Like, it's really weird. It's intriguing to put yourself in another person's shoes, and this is like where empathy is a big factor. Like, I don't know what it's like to stress about anxiety. I don't know what it's like to stress about depression. I don't know what it's like to wake up and not want to go to work, even though I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work because I have a list of things that I could be doing that I feel would bring more to the world than going to the 9-to-5 job. But other people wake up and they don't want to go to work for like superficial reasons. Like they want to stay home and fuck off and watch another Netflix show. So they call in sick if they have to sneeze. I don't know what that feels like. So
Right. But the thing is, like, this is why, I mean, like before, if I seen somebody who thought differently than me, I thought they were stupid. But I have to understand that different brains are wired differently. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody suffers from anxiety, like let's say 0 to 100, it may take me to 80 or probably fucking 90 for me to even start to get some type of anxiety or some type of feeling inside of me. Some people 0 to 10, that's when they get triggered. You know, it's just a part of their brain is larger than ours that causes them to be triggered quicker.
or there's just tolerance. Like maybe we've been through situations that anxiety would normally be elicited in, but we were already so like prepared for it that anxiety is something that can only affect people who are willing to let it affect them. Like I don't know that anxiety is I've spoken to people who've had anxiety attacks, and I asked them all the time the same question, like, what does it feel like? And their description is it's very similar to I'm trying to think of something that I've felt that is similar to a panic attack or anxiety. And it's almost like the feeling that we have when we want people to catch up to us, but we can't force them to.
Right.
It's like very similar to that thought, except it doesn't bring out like a physical reaction to us because we're in control of it. Our mentality is strong enough to endure it. But some people it's not. I guess it's just not that easy for them. And I guess the part where I deals with it a little more than the normal person. I go pretty far out in thinking that I don't think anxiety is something that should be naturally occurring. I think it's a product of the environment. And so, with that said, it's very curable. It's very reversible. And I don't know that there's a benefit to reducing anxiety because so much money's been made off of the drug.
Right.
So much money made off a lifestyle that promotes anxiety in a weird, like, sick way. And at the end of the day, I mean, just I'm gonna say this face. That's like opposition to me. Anxiety is like on the other end of the spectrum from tranquility. Like it's the polar opposite.
Yeah, that's true.
It's vibration in a sort of like a physical sense. Like agitation is anxiety. So if my goal is peace of mind in not only my immediate circle, but more circles further out, like we talked about a couple of talks ago, anxiety is like my opponent in a weird way. So I have to understand it even more than I think I do now. But that's interesting because, like, how do you understand more? Do you ask the universe to put you in situations where
Right.
you feel anxiety, or do you just like try to put yourself? Do you rely on empathy? Yeah, it's weird. It's fun to try to figure out.
But I know one real thing. Like ever since I was a kid, I suffered from seasonal depression. Right. So I know that, huh? I know that that's real, but the thing is, not a lot of people is mentally strong enough to fight it. So as long as I can change my perspective on something, I can change my whole outlook on how to take it. So now, let's say like depression comes, right? I look at it as like a long time ex I can't get rid of, and I say, okay, here she come. We're about to chill for about 2 or 3 days, and then the bitch can be gone. But I used to live in that moment and fucking like take in all the pain, like fuck it, we just need to shoot ourselves. But now it's almost like there was no escape. But even though that every single year that I get it, I know it's gonna go away. But now I just know it's gonna chill with me for a few days and then it's gonna go away. But the crazy part about that is that the depression is like I got everything that I could want. You know what I'm saying? I got like a really nice house. I lift weights. I got everything. There's nothing that I don't lack. I mean, except for like more knowledge. But even though at those moments, let's say like it's 5:30 on the fucking Saturday, next thing you know, it's like, man, fuck life. All the shit I got is fucking useless. Every single thing just goes down. It's like a fucking turn off switch. And no matter what happens that can try to get me excited, still fucking just lays flat. So that's something within the brain that I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I know it comes, and I know that that's real.
What is depression then? The way that you described it. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like a silver lining, but what if it's motivational to the right people? What if its purpose is to be motivational? What if depression shows you a glimpse of sympathy rather than empathy? Like, because there are some people who must experience that fleeting moment that you experience all day long.
Yeah. I mean, some people just have a fucked up thing that triggers them and that goes through that. But to have something that doesn't trigger at all to go through it, I believe is depression. But the thing is, now when I go through depression, I see it as a real part of my life. It's like I see it almost as a comfort zone. Like I have a whole playlist to this shit. Like everywhere I would ride to, like my ride to work or I'm riding to go to the store, I would play this playlist, and it reminds me of the last time I was there, and it reminds me of the last time that I survived it. And I'm just cool. It's almost not even a bad thing, even though that is a bad thing. But the bad thing about my depression is most people that go through depression reaches out. Like they will go like find friends. Let's go to the club. Let's go eat out. Let me get kicked out of this. When I find depression, I close in and I communicate with no one and I read. So there is a positive in it.
That is positive.
Yeah, I don't see it as bad anymore. Like I used to be afraid not to even mention that I suffer from this shit, because of course across the black community, any type of illness is weak. You say your son got ADD. Oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I built the perfect child. Your son's going through the.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, I mean that doesn't get spoken on enough. It's like the only condition that is okay, and this is just in the black community, but it seems like it's okay to be on ignorant shit more like that's okay, but the physical ailments like stay away from those, and the mental ailments it's hard, and you could see it translating to people like maybe this isn't the right example, but it's harder for like a black athlete to come out as homosexual than it is.
Oh yeah, he considered weak.
Yeah, absolutely, and even in the entertainment realm as well, it's the same thing.
Bro,
That's a weird.
and it kills us literally. I'll tell you how it kills us literally. It's the fact that, like, I'll give you an example. One of my homeboys, like, this nigga was like, man, I'm just going through some bad times, going through depression. He said, man, last Tuesday, I went to see a therapist. He was like, Jay, bro, don't tell anybody about this. This is between just you and me. Like, this nigga was afraid to say he went to see a therapist. Now, in the white community, let's say you're going through, let's like his depression would have led to suicide, right? It would have literally killed him. White people, they would talk to other white people. They're like, right, and white people will tell you, hey, this guy right here, he's not that good, but I will go see this guy, Dr. Frederick. He's amazing when it comes to this. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to this guy. They fucking live, but we died because we were too afraid to have the conversation.
Well, okay, now a deeper dive on that might say that the African American community has less of they don't need a crutch. Like they don't need.
It strengthened us because we want to be strong.
Well, maybe they are. Is what I'm saying. Like maybe black people are just naturally stronger than white people, both mentally and physically, to the point where they don't experience like tribulation on the same level.
Oh,
I say like, yeah.
I can get that because I mean you brought up inside the hood, some motherfucker robbing you inside robbing your car. You like, man, that shit used to happen every day. You take a white person go to Walmart, they rob inside the car. That's a whole week of depression. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you are stronger.
Yeah, just like a year ago. Well, I mentioned this to you last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago. But my grocery store trips, bro. Like I'll walk out of the grocery store and I'll think I naturally remember where my car was.
Right.
There'll be a similar car, and I'll open the door. Okay, so here's a perfect example. One of those two people was a white lady who was talking on her phone. She was in the car as I opened it.
That's funny.
She flipped the fuck out. And then I have like 5 grocery bags in each hand, bro. Because as men, I don't know, for whatever reason, as men, we still don't like I walk in a grocery store and mentally, if I think I can carry all the shit out,
Right.
I won't even get a fucking cart, bro. So, like, I'll walk into Walmart and Kroger like, I got 8 items on my list. Oh, okay, let me find a way to balance this shit in one hand in my arms. So I'll walk out and I don't have a cart, and maybe that was part of the reason why my mental faculties weren't where they should have been, is because physically I was exerting so much like,
Trying not to break shit.
10 bags of groceries all together. So I opened her door with like my two fingers, a pinky and an index finger, because my hands are full. And she flips the fuck out. She's on her cell phone and she's like, oh my god. And then I just backed away real calm and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I got the wrong guy. Now let's rewind the clock a little bit. The first time I did this, there was nobody in the car, but the person whose car it was walking out, and I saw them walking towards their car after it looked like I must have been trying to
Break it, right.
car. Yeah, and he was African American, a minority from what I remember. He wasn't white. He might have been mixed, but nonetheless, as I saw him walking to the car, I turned around because I felt the need to explain myself.
Right.
I'm sure he was curious what the fuck I was doing. So I was just like, hey man, my bad. See, my car looks just like yours. And he was like, hey, it's no problem. Now, I don't know what he would have reacted like if he was in the car and I opened the door the same way. But just like mentally, white people seem to worry about a lot more.
Hey, I never try to brag. I don't give a fuck about the whole money situation, but I live in a really nice neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
And so we have this little, huh?
That's a bragging point, dog. Like,
No, it's not, man.
you earned that shit.
So,
I hope you earned that shit. I hope you didn't just luck into
no, I earned it. So, every single, like, the houses inside my neighborhood is 300K and up. I mean, it's not like a nice because we cap off at 500K. It ain't like it's a fucking neighborhood that's 500K to 750K. You know, it's like a little up, in my city, it's considered like an upper middle class neighborhood, right? So we all have this little app called Neighborhood Watch that we all tied in together. So something suspicious happened, you send a text. Bro, they had this white lady. She was going so hard. She was like, the other day, everyone needs to watch out. I looked on my Ring camera, and there was 2 kids. They knocked on the door and they ran. She was like, this bitch is like, oh. Another person was like, ma'am, that's his kids playing. Well, nigga, inside my neighborhood we call it nigga knock, you know, but they white, so they can't say nigga knock, you know. They
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always been doorbell bitching in my book.
Right, bro. But she was like, this is just not right. I think they're very suspicious and they're up to something and I have their pictures. Like, nigga, she was going hard on, like, they worry about shit that you shouldn't worry about, bro.
Yeah. And here's the scary part, though. Misery loves company. And worry, and depression, or not depression, but worry and anxiety and all of that is projected outward. So I feel like if you don't worry about the same shit that somebody who feels they're higher than you on the social ladder, if you don't worry about the same shit, then they will do their best to try and make you feel as if you should.
Right.
So that's where it gets a little dangerous because, I mean, that's borderline cultural appropriation too, and like trying to convert people that are better off not being able to empathize with your way of thinking because your way of thinking may be flawed and it may be behind the times. Like worrying about kids knocking on your door is something that has led to a lot of probably fucked up shit. Like it's on par with like police, racist police officers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's on par with that. Like worrying about kids knocking on your door can be like the breeding ground for prejudice for other people. And so it's just every time we talk, I feel like the mountain to turn shit around is insurmountable. But then at the same time, I feel like I've surmounted it, and on my own.
You at the personal level, yeah.
Yeah, and so all I have to really do is be able to paraphrase how I surmounted it in a simple way that is coded or embedded, so that the people that otherwise it would come off as like intrusive and intimidating to them if I just said, hey, let's have a conversation about this. of controlling people's thoughts is terrible. But it doesn't have to be terrible. Like, you could use the same guidelines for propaganda that he outlined to use it for good, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
So it always fucking scrambles my brain as to why it hasn't been used for good.
But okay, this is one of the reasons why I went into the first white guy you met, you know? My little avatar. Because I used to get it's like a two-part too. There's two
What's his name?
what the fuck is his name? Is it Brandon or Chris?
I thought he had a name on Twitter. I don't even. It's hard for me to even give it any credence because I know who you are and we spoke.
Yeah. Josh. Yeah. Josh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh.
Fresh out of class from his college, from his university in Kentucky. He the type of nigga that'll wrap a towel around his chest when he get out the shower. Bruh. I couldn't talk to anyone, man. It's my original one. That's what I'm saying. On the like you said, you can't really get to certain people. There's two parts. All right. So you have to find somebody that's relatable to you. Like my first one, I was just some black dude. So when I have like a political or a stock or any type of opinion, an old white dude just cut me off. Right? He wouldn't even say shit. I switched to fucking Josh, and I was holding conversations. The thing is, this is the second part to it. I was listening to this dude, Robert Glasper. He made a few songs with Lupe, and he do a lot of jazz shit. So he said yeah. So he said when he was in high school, a guy came to his school, a jazz band came to school. They were wearing Timberlands, white t-shirts, baggy pants, and they were just killing it on jazz, right? He said only reason he said he loved it. He said it related to me, and that was the reason why I got into jazz. He said when I looked up the jazz like Ahmad Jamal, Miles Davis, etc., to the people that did, all of them wore suits. I couldn't relate to the people that wore suits, so they never crossed over to me.
Right.
So you trying to explain to some old white dude your thought process, he gonna think you just some nigga. Some nigga inside the hood with some white dude in a suit coming trying to talk to him at the school has the same thought process as you, but they're like, he doesn't relate to me. It's finding something, that middle ground that you can relate to that sticks to a child or to even an adult.
That's where our good old friend knowledge and intelligence might come into play because, so as a whole, most people are ignorant.
True, very.
But odds are if you get in their wheelhouse of knowledge, like the stuff that even the lowest IQ probably knows a decent amount about very little.
Right.
Now, I really wish I'd saved that webpage I saw a couple months ago. It had this whole curve of, it looked like a wave, basically, and most people were at the crest of the wave, and they were the people who know a little bit about.
Hello? I can't hear you talking. Yeah.
So I think I was talking about the wave, like the visual that I saw
And you said the person
where
that knew a little bit about a lot.
yeah, the people that knew a little bit about a lot, which according to the chart was the majority of people, like 70% of Americans at least, are part of that crest because of the way that they've been conditioned. Like it's the crest wave. It's like a bell curve, I guess, is a good example as well. Like the test scores of kids follows the same trajectory, and the average, the 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 large chunk of people are people who know a little bit about a lot.
Right.
So, and then on the low end of that curve are the people who know a little bit about a little bit, and then at the far end are the people who know a lot about a lot. And those are the rare exceptions, like the one percenters, basically, when it comes to intelligence, like we talked a long time ago when we had our conversation about glass and all that. So, what I feel the responsibility of the one percenters when it comes to intelligence is, and wisdom and insight, is to sort of just slowly pull at people that think they know a lot, but really just know a little bit about a lot, because that could be a common sort of misguiding. Like you would think you know a lot about some shit, but you really only
It
feel
scratched
that
the
way
surface.
you know a lot about a lot of different I'm sorry, you know a little bit about a lot. So that can be confusing to somebody. I'm sorry, I might be on a tangent, and I might just be spitting shit out here, but I'm going with it, man.
Well, I got something that relates to that.
Okay, go ahead.
When I met my ex, she graduated. Well, one of our biggest schools for education and for football is LSU. So she lived in this is an Asian chick. She graduated from LSU, and so we're very high scores. So, but the thing is, when we started dating, I mean, she was already graduated for like 4 or 5 years, and but I would talk, and she would be only concerned about what's happening next on the fucking Kardashian and shit, right? And so it used to piss me off. I told you about this a little bit. So when I would try to hit her with a heavy conversation, she'd be like, "Look, this is the things that I like. This is the things that you like." So I learned to go inside of people that know a little bit about a lot. So I brought it into I was having a conversation. I was like, "Dude, I cannot go heavy into the multiverse because she just gonna stray away from it." I was like, "Are you familiar with the multiverse?" She was like, "A little bit, because I watched this TV show called Flash." I was like, "Well, tell me more about Flash." She was like, "Well, Flash does this, and that." And so I kept encouraging her to go further and further on her thoughts on the multiverse. And I picked her up. You know, basically grabbed her by fucking shoulders and picked her up. And we had a conversation on multiverse, on her opinion and my opinion. But I never said, I tried my hardest. Like if she said something wrong, I would make her question herself. Huh?
You never flexed on
Right, yeah. So this is the thing about pulling somebody who knows a little bit about a lot. You award them with compliments. Oh wow, I can't believe you actually know this. Even though that you probably known this shit 20 years ago and it's fucking second nature to you, you act as if, wow.
Yeah.
So
if I could just talk to my wife like that, we'd get along so much.
and what's
I feel like every argument. All right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I was wrapping that part up. What's crazy is we just literally had a conversation. I snapshot, I was about to send it to you. I was like, so I mean, we're on a whole different tip. It ain't none of that, oh, you're my ex, F you, or like, we try to rekindle. We done with that. We found out we made better friends. So I told her about like getting on a dating app and finding someone, whatever like that, because she really don't go out. She's a teacher. And I was like, so how does your dating situation go? She said that I can't really talk to these people because they're not giving me any type of substance or intellectual conversation. I said, who is this person? I said, look at this. I said 9 years ago, all you was worried about was the Kardashians, and now she was like, I don't know. You brought that upon me, and I did that so lightly, man. I never told her, hey, go read this book and we'll have a conversation on it. It was just so it was like little jabs until she started jabbing back, and then we started throwing punches, and it became like a cool little spar. Man, bro, this girl literally said they don't have any intellectual conversations, in which she wasn't even looking for intellectual conversation. Any one of these dudes would have been able to get her about 5, 10 years ago, whatever like that, because she didn't care about intellectual, but now she does, man. One time we was in San Antonio, and I was like, I want to go see that museum. She was like, you're kind of killing our day, whatever like that. So I brought it inside, and I was like, what I did was to get her interested in art. They would have like an abstract picture, and I would put it on camera, and I would be like, look, fuck who the artist is, fuck what year this painting was made. What feeling does this painting brings outside you? What do you see? She started talking, man. And so we went to another, she started talking. Man, that next year she went to Chicago and she was trying to force her sisters to go to a museum. But it just started off on that lightweight shit.
On that lightweight shit.
Man.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. You remember our last conversation just a couple days ago. I said something that I thought was like a secret to just like taking a back seat and watching how much of an impact you actually have on the real world. One of the little secrets that I do is I just listen in on the conversations that other people are having around me. And
yeah, we talked about this.
Even though like my mentality and my ego, maybe I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just my want to see the world improve around me. I always wanted to see it like match my level of comprehension and understanding. But I've realized over time that that's a little too demanding.
It is.
So many different personalities surrounding. So anyways, the compensation that I get for it, the reward that I get for it, the part of this universe that I really just love tapping into and makes me feel so much reciprocity with is that the conversations around me, I can interpret them on my level of understanding, even though they're very basic level conversations. So what you just said about the chick talking to you about the Flash and all that, and really she was opening up about the multiverse, that's because you wanted to talk about it deep down. You wanted to have that conversation.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And you, the middle ground was finding like some outlet that she could get it out with you on, and that's crazy because those middle grounds exist everywhere. And we just aren't willing to tap into them. But you and I know that it's very easy to do and very possible. So what I'm gonna say next, and today's me and my wife's 6-year dating anniversary, so I'm probably gonna have to go a little early.
That's cool.
Going, but we do it again tomorrow for sure. But what I'm gonna close with today is the idea that I've had recently is because I'm doing all the movie podcasts now, me and you do our thing, and there's still like this piece of the pie chart that I want to fill in everything that I do. I always thought that my family and my friends were always waiting for me to bring something out of them that they couldn't do on their own.
Right.
And maybe that's one of my abilities is that I can sit down with someone who isn't ready to fully unveil what they're all about, and when they're around me, whether it's comfort or whether it's because I'm easy to talk to or easy to talk with if I want to be.
Right.
I mean, this is why I wish I could do this with my wife, because when we get into arguments, like something mentally inside of me just says, like, this conversation isn't worth having, but maybe it is. Maybe it is worth having.
Yeah. So her is important.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the logic that I'm taking with this next project. I want to have like 90-minute Joe Rogan style conversations with just people that I know about who they are and just what they do, and I want to
Bro, it is.
They're reluctant to peel away at, but I want to do it in organic sort of ways. And I've been listening to just Joe Rogan for such a long time that I'm kind of over the whole all we do is bring professionals in their field, because on that curve, on that graph that I saw a couple months ago, I gotta find that shit. It is so valuable. On that graph, it also showed like the majority of those people that know a little bit about a lot. They also know a lot about like professionally or job wise. This is a perfect graph. Fuck, I need to find it. I may not be explaining this right, but professionally, career-wise, they were professionals in their field. Like, they were experts in their field. But the people that are experts in one field typically know very little about
Right.
other shit.
Right.
And so Joe Rogan's bringing all these professionals in their field on, and granted, we get an expert's point of view from that very narrow funnel of thought, but I want to do it with the people who might be on that crest where they know a little bit about a lot. I want to see it like develop live and in person in real time.
The thing about that is, you get on a field that's more relatable, because a person that knows a little bit about a lot, he can talk about your subject, but he can talk about another subject that you can relate to bring you to this subject to make you understand, versus just speaking the fucking facts on this subject.
Yes.
Totally
Like,
understand.
you can witness the development of the conversation as it's happening. Like we've done a couple of times, because we have tackled some ridiculously deep questions, and we may not be able to recognize how like deep some of the rabbit hole shit we talked about is. That's why I wish we recorded more, so we could reflect back on it and be like, holy fuck, we talked about this.
Hey, I got this one right here though. I hit record on my iPad. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, perfect. Hey, man, even better, because like in a science experiment, dog, people, if the subject knows it's being observed, it
That's different,
right?
bro.
Exactly.
This is the same thing that happened with my grandmother, man. Like, and it's crazy when you're talking about that interview. So this is another two-part. So the thing was, I talked to this old head, man. He's like 68. We used to play chess together. He said, man, when I was in my 40s, my grandparents, all of our family used to come to this one place, and we used to have these conversations. He said this conversation was amazing. It wasn't like intellectual, but he said you could just feel the vibe of just family being happy together, like speaking of old stories about what happened in their past. He said, I remember a few stories, but there were some stories that I let go. He said, so what I used to do is, this is old school, he would take this little tape recorder, he would hit record, and wouldn't tell anybody inside the room, and he just everybody act genuine. So what happened was, my grandmother was, she was like 96, and since 2006, I've been visiting her every single Sunday at her house. Never miss a Sunday. If I miss a Sunday, I double up on my time the next Sunday. But the thing is, her and I never really had a conversation. So one time, man, I just hit record on my iPhone. I let the thing sit, and everything was just genuine, man. Everything was funny. And come to find out, 2 months later, this year in February, she passed away. Bro, that video mean the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. You have like a genuine representation. Otherwise, like the only option you would have would be your memories.
Right.
To remember like those genuine experiences. So there's a two-part to this too.
Wait, let me shoot out my second part. That when you was talking about the interview thing, somebody like you, my close friend Derek, Dennis, Byron, people that I grew up with, I always, like in the past, I don't know why, something's driving me, man. Like in the past 3 months, I wanted them to come to my crib, set up the music that they like inside the background, and I just hit play. But I want to tell them this in the beginning. I'm not posting this to Facebook Live. I'm not doing this to see how cool you are. I just want the raw you. I'm gonna save this inside of my files, inside the hidden file that nobody can see. Cause I don't want somebody. I want to be like, hey man, how was it like breaking up with your first girlfriend? Oh man, fuck that bitch. No, that's the cool you. I want you to say, bro, I was so heartbroken, it crushed me for like 2 to 3. I want the real you, because if I say I'm gonna put this on the platform, you're gonna act totally different.
Absolutely.
So I just want the raw interview.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I was unsure whether or not I wanted to tell people that, I would post this, and I'm not sure if I will post these because while I have a show idea, and I mean I use that word show, like it is a creative idea.
Right.
I don't know that I need it to be publicized because, well, I mean, there's other stuff that I can do that I can put out on social media, but I feel like some of these stories would benefit from being shared.
Dude, I mean, even to like just your wife. Like there's some things about the rawness of your wife that you really don't know about that understand how she ticks. Well, this is the thing that I was gonna do with my friends, right? I was going to tell them, I mean, I probably still will, man, because it's really driving me to do this. I want to give a raw fucking version of you. The thing is, we can do a second interview and we can skip the questions that you didn't like, or if you want to tune up some of the questions, whatever like that, to make yourself look better inside Limelight, you can have the video and you can post that on your Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 2-version part. The raw view that I'm gonna keep for myself personally that nobody can see. If somebody see, man, I'll throw you fucking $1,000 if anybody tell you they can see this fucking video. But if you want to interview to let the world know who you are, we can make it more pop, you know? But I'm talking about that raw shit, like the fucking instrumental, you know? I ain't talking about rapping over a beat.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, exactly, man.
So it's gonna be a 2-version part if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, who used to do this shit a lot? Slim Thug do, a lot of people in Social House do it a lot. They will freestyle, just a raw freestyle, but next thing you know, you hear these lyrics inside like their main album. What they would do is they'll take that freestyle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
That's what everybody does nowadays is they just take a couple of verses that they know. They even do it in, I don't know how close you follow battle rap, but even in battle rap, it's changed. Like, when I was battle rapping back in the day, when I was like 17, 18, bro, like, you would absorb whatever you were looking at, and you would have to formulate your bars almost like a dude standing in front.
Right, you have to like look your fucking shoes. I remember old school battle rap. Look your homeboy. He got this, and that.
Look at the freckles. Yeah, look at the freckles on his nose. I mean, you would have to like come up with stuff as you presented it. But now, like in the digital age, people can just hop online, and this speaks on how important it is because there are a lot of people out there because of the internet who know a little bit about a lot. It's so easy to know a little bit about a lot.
Right.
Like, I'm caught off guard when my coworkers or my family members have heard a news story that I know of because
Right.
I come from an era in like the late 90s and the early 2000s where I was so up to date on shit. Like I was the guy who got the music 3 or 4 weeks before it came out, and that just bled into my pop culture knowledge and even my current event knowledge and all of that, and then that churned out and probably contributed to who I am now. But I'm so used to being ahead of the game when it comes to information that it catches me off guard when someone I'm not expecting to know something I'm talking about actually knows what I'm talking about when it comes to current events and news.
Right.
So I've been experiencing that a lot more frequently as of late, like in the last 8 to 12 months. I'll just let people around me say, Sasha, have you heard about this or that? And I'll be like, yeah.
Right.
I'll be like, yeah, but I won't come off like I used to, which is like, yeah, let me tell you all about it.
Right. It's too heavy, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's why, like, the people who know more about more need to really sort of tread carefully. And if they do tread carefully, and maybe we don't need to tread
Right, right.
If the real me wants to come out and say, hey, look, man, I'm gonna catch you up A to Z on this shit in like 15 minutes, and if you can't keep up with it, your fault. Someday you'll thank me, and someday you'll be like, oh shit, I was really put up on game by this guy, and he really fucking helped me out, and I should have appreciated it more when
Right.
things than I did. So, like, those are all the intangibles. I don't give a fuck about them really. But at the same time, like I can't put a stop or a pause on who I am. So it's just the way I get around it is when I'm quiet and when I'm tranquil. I'm in like Buddhist monk patience mode, where I'm tapping into a new skill that I haven't mastered yet because I'm not good at being patient all the time. I'm not a master of patience. And so I always seek out things that I can be a master of too at the same time. Like I don't want to not be a patient person. So this environment affords me the opportunity to grow there and to really refine my patience. And so I just look forward to it.
Right.
We gotta have another one of these tomorrow, man. And another thing that this does, since you told me that you're recording this on an iPad, and I wish people could feel the same way, but since you said that, my demeanor has not changed.
Oh no, everything stay authentic, man. Just like I stayed authentic through this whole conversation.
I can't go back and forth. So what that tells me is that I actually know who I am and how I think, and I'm comfortable wearing those shoes. Like I know myself, and obviously Socrates and plenty of other ancient philosophers say that the key to unlocking the potential that has always held back humanity is you got to start with yourself. You got
yeah, start within
first. And so, I mean, it's hard to ignore all those bits and pieces that have led up. And I mean, you said it yourself. Like that first conversation we had, that was a cathartic moment, I think, for both of us because we finally we met another individual who we could like just fully be comfortable with being yourself. And just getting all that information out, dog. That's crazy.
The funny shit was that I actually seen your point of view, but I needed a small win that day, so I didn't know your intelligence level on that whole time slowing down. And I was just fucking with you, bro. Well, look what it led to.
One of my closest homeboys, I've known him for 18 years. The way we met was on a video game in multiplayer mode. It was Gears of War specifically, and we both have different versions of why we decided to team up. And like I sent him a party chat. My version is that we were beating the shit out of his team, and we felt bad for him because he was doing good.
Oh, okay. That pisses me off. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
His version is that he impressed us so much. It's kind of the same version. He impressed us so much that we wanted him on our team. It's the same version, but he leaves out the part where his team was getting
it's trash.
and he was on a team of randoms though. But
oh, okay.
So afterwards we were like, man, this guy's really good, and if we just don't say anything and ignore the fact that he's really good, he'll never know that he was really good, and he'll never get to experience what it's like to play on a team that is as equally as good as him.
Right.
If I take that whole logic and I apply it to not only what we've experienced in the 6 to 8 months of knowing each other, but what the potential for extending that circle out is like. Like if you can tap into the feelings that other people have with ease, the sense of wanting to belong to something more than themselves that they yearn controlled and oppressed because of the world around them. If you can break through that, bro, like the potential is kind of limitless, and we're discovering that on a very macro level within our conversations, because our conversations can go anywhere we want them to because we have control over them.
Right.
We understand every single word, we understand every tangent, and we can wrap it all back together if we want to. I think other people need that sort of that brevity and that clarity in their conversations and their engagements with other people. Otherwise, what happens is the opposite, and all you get is a cynical view on everything, which I've been there before. Like 15 years ago, it was nothing but like seeing the negative in things, and
right.
it took a lot of self-digging to get out of that shit, man.
Yeah, man. It's just about trying to win over a small group. I mean, like one or two people that they could try to win over a person, and then it spreads. Not like just a positive. Yeah, man. Like one time, like when I was talking about when you talked about last conversation about elevating simple talk into major talks. That falls into this when one time I was on Instagram and Slim Thug was at the red light, so he wasn't inside his whatever the fuck fast car he has. He was inside of on his old school. So a dude kind of revved up on him inside like a little Camaro, and he was like, "This motherfucker ain't about to get no small win off of me," and it resonated with me, man. Sometimes life is about the small wins, bro. Like. You going through like sometimes I go on this little motherfucking app, this little knowledge app, whatever like that, and there's people from around the world, and you get to battle them out of 6 questions. Whoever scored the highest wins. And I know I'm gonna beat like majority of the people because they don't really fucking read shit. So sometimes when I'm feeling kind of down, I go get my little small win, man. Sometimes small win means a lot, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like we both agree, reading a book sometimes is the best thing anybody can do, because the relatability, the feeling that you get.
Oh man, come alive.
Yeah, like
bro.
When I read the same shit that we're talking about from a page out of a Rosicrucian text that's 300 years old that said it a different way, but basically said the same thing that we talked about for weeks. I mean, that builds on a lot of stuff. That's like building faith, that's building confidence, it's building intelligence, it's building conviction. It lets you know that you're on the right track.
But you need it. All right. This is gonna sound this is gonna play into it, but you need that type of text to get people started. Let's say like there's a civilization, right? That found their iPhone in the year when fucking Cleopatra or when fucking Jesus died, and fucking
I know where you're going.
If that civilization would be so fucking far ahead if everybody had just had that one piece at that time. Like if we could get people on our same page to where this is their baseline instead of fucking climbing up through the fucking bottom of the fucking ground trying to reach the ground level. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing about with physics. People were coming. One guy, he came. He wrote a formula. Then he copied the formula and he was able to pass it around. So everybody started off on this. It's kind of like fucking having a formula to make cornbread. You know, bad fucking example. But one guy may go.
It's like the game of telephone, dog. It's like whispering into the first person's ear what the phrase is, and then expecting it to make it all the way through the line of people.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, since everybody had this formula on paper, now I can make cornbread into cake. One guy may make the cornbread into cupcakes. One guy make motherfucking cornbread and milk. But everybody started off with the cornbread, and then you can branch off into versus somebody trying. Let's say like the guy came up with bad example, cornbread in 1880. There's a fucking guy in another country. He figured out cornbread in 1930. If this motherfucker would have figured out 1880, he would have been a whole lot far ahead in 1930. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. The base of like that text that you read was very huge. Like, what if you would have came across his knowledge in your 20s?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reduction of latency.
Right, right.
And we talked about this the other day. Like, reduction of latency is almost like the pinnacle goal for all this. Because if people can start thinking in real time and in sync with each other,
Oh Lord.
we don't know what that's like. Like, we don't know what that's like. We know what it's like. We know what it's like one on one. Like, we felt the physical and mental feeling of being on the same page with somebody. We know what like-mindedness is.
But the sad part about it is we have the tool. I'll say it again.
It can transcend.
Right. And we all come to the same page early. But the crazy thing is we have no excuse.
I told you 30 minutes ago that I gotta go.
Well, like we
This is my anniversary dinner, dog.
my bad, man. I have one more thing to tell you.
It's recorded, so my wife will have proof.
Right. I'm gonna send it to you ASAP.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that I want to do besides that interview, because I don't know, like you said, the piano might hit you, fucking lightning might hit you and kill you, and nobody really know who you are. It brought me to thinking of, like one time, there's a song with Lupe Fiasco called "Kneeling on Needles." It's one of his little side shits, whatever, like that. But he said, sometimes I just want to go into the back and rap into infinity. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But it made me think of,
Yeah, that makes sense.
like getting all of his fucking thoughts out. So what it made me think was, man, one day, bro, I just want to light up my fucking iPad and I just want to sit there and just say every fucking thing, knowledge that I know, correlate this into life, and just go off all the thoughts inside of my head. So if one day I was to...
I think you have that ability, like as an individual, you could do it. And, yeah.
Bro, I mean, I would pass it to like my nephews or to anybody who gives a fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it would just be to start off where my mindset was and to get you on this page. And I'm not saying I'm fucking the greatest, because the thing was, there's some things I might say inside of my video that are wrong in the future that are proven wrong. But this is how I feel right now. Because even Einstein was proven wrong. Fucking Stephen Hawking was proven wrong. So I'm not sitting there from a God status that this is how it should be. I'm telling you, I'm just going off of my knowledge or my opinions.
Yeah, but at the same time, and it's important to remember this. Like, there is an optimal, I believe that there is always, at every moment in time, there is an optimal way of experiencing life. Like, there's a, I'm not saying I'm there either, but mentally, if you can remove yourself from all of the stress that the external world brings, that's already like very far on the level of optimal operation, because we don't know how many people suffer through the material world on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's got to be 95 out of 100 people that don't want, like, they want to be removed from the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And there's a lot of people who want to be stuck in it, man. Bro.
yeah.
I'll give you an example, man. I'm not saying any names.
Give me an example tomorrow, sir.
Oh man, this was so good.
All right, go ahead.
It's quick. It's quick, man. So the thing is, this is one of my close homeboys. I never say anything bad about him, but he had just bought a S55 AMG Mercedes, right? He was happy about it. He told me to come to his he has his own plumbing business, has his own shop. He's like, man, come see this thing, sit inside this thing. He was so excited, right? So we have another friend so we have another friend that we share name. I'm not gonna give out no fucking names, but this motherfucker he bought a Lamborghini, I think a Hurricane or whatever the fuck these things are, right? So I'm with my friend with the S550 Mercedes inside Buffalo Wild Wings. So he was like, man, you should come outside and see my homeboy's Lamborghini because another guy just got there. So we both go outside. So this little Mexican family was coming to their little truck, whatever, next to it, and the little kids were so excited to see it. The daughter, the wife, the husband, they was like, wow, asking all these questions. Bro, my homeboy's face went straight to sad. He was like, man, I just need to sell my car and my truck and so I can get something like this, man. I said, bro, you have a really nice car. He said, yeah, but it don't get the attention like his does. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, some people are just after the attention. And I mean,
To be so happy about something and for you to get outshined to say that that's worthless now. No, that still should mean something to you, bro.
yeah.
That was just my material world example, man, that I witnessed firsthand.
Well, we will continue this tomorrow.
All right, man, I'm gonna give you your
You
absolute.
know, you can record the shit. Like, great, I'm happy.
Man, we should have been doing this.
Figure out a way for us to record these fucking talks without having to jump on Periscope and having these breaks of fucking cell phone.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm gonna send you your tardy excuse, bro. The videos.
Sounds good, man.
All right.